Flora Symbolica. Lore of the flowers. Painted by Midjourney. Copyright 2023 Austin P. Torney.
A tale I've written, invented, yes, hence an attempt to unite the Christian pence with the non-belief, in a middle ground, somewhere between mystery and good sense.
A tale I've written, invented, yes, hence an attempt to unite the Christian pence with the non-belief in a middle ground, somewhere between mystery and good sense.
Flora Symbolica. With flora mystical and magical, Eden's botanical garden was blessed. So Eve, taking more than just the apple, plucked off the loveliest of the best. Thus it's to Eve that we must give our thanks for earth's variety of fruits and plants. For when she was out of paradise thrown, she stole all the flowers we've ever known.
With flora mystical and magical, Eden's botanical garden was blessed. So Eve, taking more than just the apple, plucked off the loveliest of the best.
It's to Eve that we must give our thanks for earth, variety of fruits and plants. For when she was out of paradise thrown, she stole all the flowers we've ever known.
Therewith, through sensuous beauty and grace, Eve with Adam brought forth the human race. But our world would never have come to be, had not God allowed them his mystery.
There with sensuous beauty and grace, Eve with Adam brought forth the human race. But our world would never have come to be, had not God allowed them this mystery.
When they were banished from his bosom, Eve saw more than just the apple blossom, and took, on her way through Eden's bowers, many wondrous plants and fruitful flowers.
When they were banished from his bosom, Eve saw more than just the apple blossom, and took on her way through Eden's bowers many wondrous plants and fruitful flowers.
Mighty God, upon seeing this great theft, at first was angered, but soon smiled and wept, for human nature was made in his name, so he had no one but himself to blame.
Mighty God, upon seeing this great theft, at first was angered, but soon smiled and wept. For human nature was made in his name, so he had no one but himself to blame.
Yet still he made ready his thunderbolt, as his Old Testament wrath cast its vote to end this experiment gone so wrong. But then he felt the joy of life's new song.
Yet still he made ready his thunderbolt, as his Old Testament wrath cast its vote to end this experiment gone so wrong. But soon he felt the joy of life's new song.
Eve had all the plants that she could carry. God in his wisdom grew uncontrary. Out of Eden she waved the flowered wands, the seeds spilling upon the barren lands.
Eve had all the plants that she could carry. God in his wisdom grew uncontrary. Out of Eden she waved the flowered wands, the seeds spilling upon the barren land.
God held the lightning bolt already lit, no longer knowing what to do with it. So he threw it into the heart of hell, forming of it a place where all was well.
Held the lightning bolt already lit, no longer knowing what to do with it. So he threw it into the heart of hell, forming of it a place where all was well.
Thus the world from molten fire had birth, as hell faded and was turned into earth. This he gave to Adam and Eve, with love for them and theirs to make a heaven of.
Thus the world from molten fire had birth, as hell faded and was turned into earth. This he gave to Adam and Eve with love, for them and theirs to make a heaven of.
From his bolt grew the hawthorn and bluebell. And he be damned, for Eve stole these as well. So he laughed and pretended not to see, retreating into eternity.
From his bolt grew the hawthorn and bluebell, and he be damned, for he stole these as well. So he laughed and pretended not to see, retreating into eternity.
So be it, God said, when time was young. That such is the life my design has rung. For in their souls some part of me has sprung. So let them enjoy all the songs I've sung.
So be it, he said, when time was young, that such is the life my design has brought. For in their souls some part of me has sprung. So let them enjoy all the songs I sung.
Life was much too easy in paradise, and lacked therefore of any real meaning, for without the lows there can be no highs. All that remains is a dull flat feeling. There's no devil to blame for their great zest. This mix of good and bad makes them best. The human nature that makes them survive also lets them feel very much alive.
Life was much too easy in paradise, and lacked therefore of any real meaning. For without the lows there can be no highs. All that remains is a dull flat feeling. There's no devil to blame for their great zest. This mix of good and bad makes them best. The human nature that makes them survive also lets them feel very much alive.
That same beastful soul that makes them glad does also make them seem a little bad. If only I could strip the wrong from right. But I cannot have the day without the night.
That same peaceful soul that makes them glad does also make them seem a little bad. If only I could strip the wrong from right, but I cannot have the day without the night.
Welcome to an exploration of the rich tapestry woven by the verses of the intriguing poem Flora Symbolica. This masterpiece attempts to reconcile religious belief with skepticism, exploring the realms of mystery and reason through the lens of nature's bounty. The poem commences with the mention of Eden's mystical garden, a biblical reference to the place of human origin. Eve, the first woman, is depicted as taking more than just the forbidden apple. She is portrayed as stealing the most beautiful flowers as she is expelled from paradise. Thus, the second verse of the poem suggests that Eve is the reason for the earth's diverse flora. The expulsion from paradise is reimagined as an act of theft, with Eve carrying away all the flowers we have ever known. The third verse explores the divine response to Eve's actions. God, initially angered, becomes delighted and emotional, for the humans were made in his image. The verse subtly suggests that if humans are flawed, so too might be their creator. With Eve carrying away all the plants she could hold, the fourth verse describes God's change of heart. His wrath subsides, and instead of destruction, he allows the seeds to spill onto the barren lands outside Eden, thus giving birth to Earth's flora. The fifth verse presents a dramatic shift, with God throwing his prepared thunderbolt into the heart of hell, transforming it into a place of wellness. The world is born out of fire and given to Adam and Eve as a place to create their own paradise. The sixth verse humorously depicts Eve stealing even the hawthorn and bluebell that sprouted from God's bolt. God, seeing this, retreats into eternity, leaving the world to humans. The final verses reveal God's acceptance of human nature, acknowledging the importance of balance in life. He understands that without lows, there can be no highs, and without the night, there can be no day. To summarize, Flora Symbolica is a thought-provoking poem that explores the relationship between divine creation and human nature. It presents the origin of Earth's flora in a unique light, attributing it to Eve's act of theft during her expulsion from Eden. The poem also delves into the duality of human nature and the necessity of balance in life, as recognized by God himself. The symbolism of flowers and the biblical references enrich the poem's significance, making it a beautiful blend of myth, morality, and mysticism.
So it was that with fertile delight Eve seeded the lifeless earth for us to receive, though many flowers she had to leave behind. These we have from the mother of mankind,
So it was that with fertile delight Eve, seeding a lifeless earth for us to receive. Though many flowers she had to leave, behind these we have from the mother of mankind.
Eve gathered the amiable jasmine, which soft exhales its breath of friendship, and by a delicious fragrance in the night, overpowers the stars with its sweet delight.
Gathered the amiable jasmine, which soft exhales its breath of friendship, and by a delicious fragrance in the night, overpowers the stars with its sweet delight.
The jasmine impregnates the dew each night with its friendly perfume of good and right. Thus morning's incense carries its odor, keeping everyone in fresh good humor.
The jasmine impregnates the dew each night.